Welcome back, everybody, to another Mitsuhiro Arita Illustrator episode. We are, where are we? I don't know. We're in XY somewhere. And, well, we're just moving right along. This is the selected art for the video. We're going to be seeing more of it, but I wanted to just keep it simple today. There's a lot of detailed artworks, but this one just stands out because it's not. So we'll get to that one when we do, but let's get right into it. We're starting off with Blaziken here. As I started doing just the last few videos, set symbols are down on the bottom there. Blaziken is interesting. I like the fist, the movement is great there, but something about this is a little off. Still, not a bad card at all. Like that one a lot. I like it a lot. Kyogre. Now there are two blister pack versions of these two cards, Kyogre and Groudon here. Not really anything to say about them. Although I do like the lighting and the shading on Groudon's claws and stuff there, but yeah, I don't know. Other parts of it, not so much. This Medicham is different. It almost has a Ayakusube feel, very sketchy. You know, it's grainier. I like this one a lot, and the pose is fun too. Now, Electros here had a blister version. Same art though, and I only include one instance of the art. I do have the blister version here with the different, you know, that galaxy foil in the background. Generally, I prefer reverse foil or reverse holo or parallel holo or whatever you want to call it for these collections because it makes it easier to see the artwork, as we see Clamperl there. Now, in the second Agua Magma set, what is this, Double Crisis? I think it's Double Crisis. We got to see characters, actual Pokemon trainers for a change. That was very nice. Arita did a great job with this one. The next one coming up, he did a good one too. And it's interesting to see people for a change there. Two of Team Aqua lurking behind Magma's ball toy there. So, it is nice. It is nice to see that in cards as we pull Mightyena into the fray. Love the action in this one. I like that there's more than one of them. You got a little character in the background there once again. Team Aqua's Mightyena. Now these next ones are the blister pack versions of the cards, the Kyogre and Groudon that we saw a few moments ago. However, there are actually two error prints of these, or there's an error print of each one of these. So as I pull this down, you may notice there's a slight change in some of the coloration in the background there. Right in here, here. And you might not be sure what you're looking at. See that coloration change? Right along the edge. It's easier to see as I move it. Right in here. It's this funky shape up there. Well, it happens to match the outline of this guy. So you may be able to figure out what happened there. At some point, the foil layers got flopped for the two so that some Kyogres got a Groudon foil layer, and some Groudons got a Kyogre foil layer. And while I was putting this video together, I discovered this, and I went on E4, I was like, hey, is this a known thing? And then some people tracked down. Apparently it's pretty common. They tracked down copies of the opposite error. So now I have both. Because I didn't realize I had one correct one of Kyogre and one incorrect one of Groudon. But you can see here, we've got Kyogre's outline behind Groudon there. See the fin right here? Background behind it. Same outline there. That's what gave it away. I realized it looked like Kyogre, and then all of a sudden the pieces just started falling together. Neat little printing error there, and interesting cards from Arita. Now, this one, I believe it's actually earlier. No, it's not. It does come later, but this Rayquaza, really nice. It's from the artist book cover, and there's actually a Mewtwo down there. It's the one that I use in the beginning of the videos, in the intro sequence, so you can go back at the older videos and see that there. Very nice Rayquaza. And is this, forgive me if I have the wrong one, is it Staraptor? Or is it Staravia? I don't remember. It's Japanese. I don't read Japanese. And it might not even have the same name. But that's a nice card. And here we have Altaria. There's some nice things about this. I just don't like Altaria's character design. Very sorry if you do. I'm sorry to say that. I just do not like Altaria's character design. But there are some nice things about this illustration. Very colorful background, that too. And an Entei. Love this one. Very cool card. Very cool illustration. Really does give it a regal, imposing sense. And then Persian here, behind a park bench. I just like illustrations that place Pokemon into an environment, especially an urban environment, because you have a nice contrast of organic shapes and things to very sterile, square stuff. And to our video highlights. So this thumb popping out of the ground there, also known as a Diglett, not a Wiglet, which is basically an anorexic Diglett, right? Doesn't eat enough. So, and apparently it's albino too. Anyways, so the Diglett here, this was from a series of promotional cards given out in Japan only. This is Japanese only promo. For organized gym events. I believe this was in I want to say 2014 or so. I honestly don't remember. I don't remember the year. Alright. But it's an interesting card because it's very different from all the other ones around it in this collection, or these pages in the collection. Fracture here, I like it. Simple, some nice lighting in the background. It looks like that's water behind him there. Now that I'm looking at it now that I'm seeing it a little better, I think that's water back there. But I do like this one. Noivern here. I've got two prints of it. At first I had the deck specific shattered foil print. But as you can see, it makes it harder to see the actual illustration, so I put in the reverse holo. Not a whole lot to talk about for that illustration, though. But one of my favorite Pokemon right here, Mewtwo. And we've got a full art. We have two full arts of Mewtwo, I think from Breakthrough, if I remember correctly. They'll be posted on the bottom. With a Magnezone and Chestnuts there. Very cool. And speaking of Chestnut, there he is. Again, cityscape in the background. I just really like that aesthetic. Now this card did have a pre-release or a set stamped version, different illustration. And yes, that confirms it is breakthrough. And now we have the second Mewtwo, EX. If I can get it straight there. We've got Meloetta there, and Zoroark, and Haxorus. Haxorus, one of my favorite dragon Pokemon. I just think the design is really cool, really sleek. Good stuff. I think it's a Gen 5 too, and I'm not a fan of Gen 5, but Haxorus, chef's kiss. Mewtwo's got a more interesting pose here too. A little more of an action pose, as opposed to a tough guy pose. And we're going to finish it off with another pair. Reshiram and Black Kyurem. Kyurem? I do like how Reshiram's tail here looks like it's in flames. Here's the two of them next to each other, since the illustrations do go together. And with that, everybody, thanks again for joining me. Been my pleasure having you here. Remember to look for the good in other people out there. Enjoy life and thrive. Take care, everyone. See you in the next video.